The simple Panzerfaust proved extremely useful in the confines of the Rhineland's small towns and villages, with German soldiers able to use the disposable anti-tank weapons at short range, in the woods, amongst the rubble of damaged buildings, and along the narrow streets. A series of Panzerfausts had been developed by 1945, with the Panzerfaust 60 and 100 the most commonly used by the time of Operation Veritable. Produced in large numbers, soldiers in Volkssturm could be trained to use the simple weapons in just half an hour. In fact, the instructions of use were printed on a label pasted directly onto the weapon's warhead. Their relatively light weight enabled soldiers to get into advantageous firing positions. Weighing in at around 7 kilograms, soldiers could carry several along with their rifle. They weren't a rocket launcher, but a recoilless rifle. They fired a bulky shaped charge warhead capable of penetrating up to 200 millimeters of armor. In theory, they were able to take on almost any Allied vehicle, provided that the user could get close enough. On February the 26th, the 1st Canadian Hussars suffered their heaviest losses of the campaign, losing 4 tanks knocked out by Panzerfausts. Germany's other anti-tank weapon was an entirely different beast. The Panzerschreck, or RPZB-54, capable of firing an 88mm rocket. It had a greater range than the Panzerfaust, with its maximum effective range approaching 200 meters. It was far larger than the American rocket launchers that had inspired its development. Unlike the Panzerfaust, it was reusable, but this meant that it was heavier and had to be manned by a 2-man crew. In turn, this also meant that it was less maneuverable. While the gunner had the weapon over his shoulder, the assistant would load a rocket in from the rear of the tube. It would attach a connection plug to the contact box, and then the gunner would cock the weapon using the cocking handle here. The weapon was then ready to fire. A cumbersome shield was added to protect the gunner when it was discovered that the propellant from the rocket was still burning as it left the tube. This was especially common in cold weather. The heat from the rocket could badly burn the Panzerschreck user's hands and face. Like their American counterparts, the bazooka and recoilless rifle, the Panzerfaust and Panzerschreck also produced significant backblast, which could injure soldiers caught standing behind it. The Panzerfaust even had a warning label printed directly onto its warhead, warning troops not to stand too close. In total, over 300,000 Panzerschreck were produced, but the various Panzerfaust models were more common, with some 8.2 million produced by the end of the war.
Hi guys, hope you enjoyed that. That was a small segment from the brand new Rhineland 45 documentary that was cut for time, unfortunately. Massive thanks to the Real-Time History guys for putting the production together and inviting me to take part. Also, massive thanks to the guys at the Tank Museum, not only for allowing us to film there, but also for helping us to get the footage needed as well. So I hope you enjoyed that. In the description box below, there is a link to where you can find out more about the documentary. It's a brilliant production and it was an honour to take part. So yes, thank you for watching. Catch you next time.